In the world of fine dining, more chefs are recognizing that great food isn't just about flavor, it's also about responsibility. At Gallery by Chele, that responsibility means putting sustainability front and center. Their menus showcase the richness of Philippine ingredients while pushing for a zero-waste approach. From creating new dishes out of what would normally be kitchen scraps to highlighting local flavors in fresh ways, it's a culinary experience with a conscience. Here we feature innovations that spotlight sustainable initiatives. Welcome to Cestainability. Behind the restaurant is Chef Chele Gonzalez, known for his global training, his bold experiments, and deep respect for Filipino ingredients. That's really why I love this chef so much. After years in some of the world's most renowned kitchens, he made the Philippines his home, collaborating closely with local communities, farmers, and producers. And joining us today to talk about this philosophy and his work at Gallery by Chele is Chef Chele himself. Welcome to the program, Chele.
Good evening.
But you must be so sad to see our countrymen in Cebu. I hope you're going to do something about it.
Well, if I can, I just shocked because so many things in the last 2 weeks, from the storms. When I was seeing the videos, because nothing happened in Manila, is this, at the beginning, is this real? Is this happening really?
Yes. But let's shift to, your focus on endemic ingredients and showcasing them. I guess it takes someone with fresh eyes who, coming from another country, although you're a Filipino already pretty much.
15 years almost.
Yeah. Yes. What you do with the coconut, why the coconut?
So everything started, when I come here and I see a different country, different ingredients. And I remember always chefs come to Asia, to Japan, to Thailand, and me to the Philippines to get inspired. So it was a complete new world of ingredients, flavors. Even the street food for me was fascinating. So I decided to go a little bit deeper. And I think the most important, or one of the most important things in a chef is to be curious. So I have been traveling from Cordillera to Mindanao to Palawan to really understand the land because the main inspiration of the restaurant is the Philippines. And at the beginning it was very challenged because I decided to give value to the local produce. And so many people was thinking I was crazy, and I even lost some customers, like, why, you are putting things that, but, for me it was, because it was fresh, because it was new, it was luxury. And I think one beautiful thing that we did that it was also parallel with sustainability, it was redefine luxury with local ingredients. And the philosophy of the restaurant born almost 12 years and a half ago, based in this foundation.
Luxury is fresh.
Luxury is fresh.
Fresh is luxury.
And local.
Okay. But how do you approach this with a mindset of zero waste? Nothing goes to waste. Is that correct? Is that true?
We minimize. Definitely, it's very difficult that everything will be used, but we do several dishes in the restaurant that, for example, we start the first dish is the bones that we use for the, for the lobster or for the fish. We do a broth and we do an ice cream with that. And then we also do a sinigang soup with the other, leftovers of pork or chicken, So we try to utilize, for example, the wagyu. 90% of the menu is local ingredients, but I know how Filipinos love steak. So
we are a steak-loving country, no?
Very much. Spanish also, but so the main course, the only thing that is important really is the main course, wagyu from Japan. So we just use only the main part, but 50% in a traditional or classic way approach of fine dining, the rest it will be through it. So we do a longaniza, we put in one of the amuse bouche, then we do a fried rice, then we do a tartare. So we utilize all the parts. Not all the ingredients allow us to do that, but as much as we can do really challenge ourselves to say, okay, what can we do with every single part? And going to the coconut, we started 4 years ago. I got obsessed, chef, we are a little bit OC. going in one of these trips discovered in the Philippines, and I taste the cacao as a tropical fruit. So we were looking for the criollo, you know, the first
Criollo.
cacao that
Yeah.
arrived in the Philippines, you
Yes.
know. And then, you know, you open each pot, each variety, and it tastes different. One is lychee, the other one is more citrus, the other one is more rambutan. I say, oh my God, you know, we are losing so much. Only
That's being thrown, right?
all being thrown.
The pulp is just thrown.
It's actually
It's crazy.
everything, you know, you only keep the seed.
Yeah.
So, I wanted so much to have it in the restaurant to really give the audience, you know, the taste of the cacao as a tropical fruit. So through some, it's a pharmacist, so have the scientific background to help us, you know, to do, how can we go to the land, to the farmers, and, you know, recover all of this, you know, pulp or mucilage. So because I have a friend who is Rob, who have a chocolate company, and he does also coconut sugar. He have a facilities in the middle of the jungle. So we process. So now the cacao beans goes to this facility. We extract all the mucilage or the juice, and then we give to the chocolate makers. And then we do cacao syrup, cacao vinegar, cacao kombucha, cacao. So we utilize every single part of the cacao. So
You can make wine out of it, I think.
maybe
Maybe.
another idea to be explored.
But how about the whole industry, the restaurant industry? There's so much food waste. Some estimates are as much as 35%.
Completely agree.
What can be done? You're a leader in the industry, so
Yes. Well, I think we do small steps to showcase, I think it's very educational when you go to gallery and we showcase many things that can be done. But I think, it's a general, education. And I think this is happening even, with schools like CAA here in the Philippines. One of the important, matters that should be is like sustainability, And I think also in the regular schools. If we don't have, I think one of the weaknesses as humans is don't have, the
consciousness.
The consciousness, that is the right word. The consciousness to say what is happening around us. Each movement that we do, it have
Waste.
a waste. For example, one simple action that it might change, a lot. Why we keep still allowed to use plastic, bottles of waters everywhere? Imagine if we just do that small step. You had to go with your bottle to the 7-Eleven or whatever, and you refill it, you pay. That it will be just a huge, change. So yes, as a chef, I can do as much as I can. But yes, the most I think, because we need, we are a overpopulated world, we need food to survive, and then most of the land in these days is utilized for food production, monoculture. So that is having a big, I think, struggling, with ecosystems.
Okay. Chef, I'm looking at your menu right now. You have a 10-course, a full experience menu at Galleria Chele, but there's this one item that really caught my eye. Camote camembert with Roquefort and Latic sourdough.
Okay.
What is camote camembert, and how did you even dream up that item?
Imagine we can make cheese.
Is it cheese?
out of
Is it a
camote.
vegetable? Yeah,
Okay.
is it both?
Okay, so we challenge ourselves to use coconut. We have a coconut-centered menu. My team was telling me about the tree of life and how important it is in Philippine culture. I was so, really touched by that. So when we were a little bit doing R&D, coconut milk, how can we do, with coconut milk cheeses? So we inoculate camembert, or we can inoculate penicilliums of Roquefort, and we do 2 different cheeses using coconut milk, and one of them, to get this, orange color, we also use camote.
It's for the color.
And taste as well. But the reason we can go to that process is because we get the penicillium of camembert and Roquefort.
So you can take any cheese, the rotting cheese, and put it.
Like
So
a
that-
sourdough starter?
No, it's just it's the fungus, The penicillium is like a small, it's like fungus. So we just we take the coconut milk and we inoculate it, and then we make the mold of the cheese, and then we have a chiller a particular temperature and humidity, and it grows, all the white part like a French cheese.
I already feel hungry at this point.
It's a very technical process. It's a technical process, sorry.
Okay, but Chef, I'm curious. You are known for your bold experiments, right? What's one Filipino ingredient that surprised you with its versatility, aside from coconut?
Well, the first one that got me in love, it was the most humble one, that it was calamansi. As a chef, calamansi have two very particular approach. It uses, the skin, where is all of the natural oils and flavors. It's like a mandarin, but inside is very pungent acidity flavor. So it doesn't need to be something extraordinary. Sometimes something that is common, it can be also magical as well.
What I found so funny one time visiting your restaurant was you had a banana tree outside, and you were so fascinated by banana and papaya, which to us is so run of the
regular,
mill.
yeah, so common.
Yeah.
But then also we can take coconut milk, that is also very common, and we can do a cheese flan from there.
Yes. Hopefully you can have a fromagerie of coconut cheeses.
Like, I was going to ask, is it vegan? Or, I mean,
Yes, completely
it's
vegan.
vegan, right?
Yeah.
Because you just put the
Completely
That's
vegan.
a new business
It's a new
for
market.
you, right?
If I can get there.
So tell us once again, in closing, what is sustainability for you as a chef?
Just be responsible and try to be. I think the right word that you said before is consciousness. So try to be conscious as much as we can. Of course, we're in a big city. We're a small restaurant. We try to do our best. I don't know if it's any restaurant at these days that can be 100% sustainable, but at least we put the effort, the time, the love, and the work in try to make things better and more responsible.
And lastly, can you tell us what's the next ingredient you will showcase?
Yes,
From
what I'm a
chocolate
little
coconut.
bit afraid because it's very complex. It's gonna be rice, the rice of the Philippines, because I also was part of the Erie rice program of Health Room Rice that already is established 5,000 varieties only in Mountain Province.
Yes.
So there is so much variety, the glutinous rice. So we're now experimenting and trying to learn. But every time that we do a menu of mono ingredient is 1 year, and the year keep changing and we keep learning. So the next one is going to be rice.
Wow.
So exciting.
Filipino
Rice
rice.
is life.
Filipino rice.
Yes. Heirloom rice.
Heirloom rice.
Heirloom rice. Heirloom
Thank
rice.
you so much, Chef.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Chef.
That was Chef Chele Gonzalez of Gallery by Chele.